Hello guys, welcome to my channel Anime Girl. Before we start the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. So let's get started. Rio returned once again to Stral region to resume his goal to meet his teacher Celia. After reaching Beltram Kingdom and acquiring some information about her whereabouts, Rio finally able to meet Celia in a tearful reunion, and she's got troubled from being engaged forcefully to a bad noble, Charles Arbor, somebody that Rio also knows quite well. Rio tried to get Celia real feeling about the whole thing out, even offering her to take her away from the whole mess, but Celia lied and tried to act strong, asking Rio to leave her be, that Charles are a nice man, and all other excuse she make that clearly not only to persuade Rio, but also to persuade herself that it's the right thing, before she drove Rio out of her room. Still unconvinced, Rio feel conflicted outside. Aishia then told him to do what his heart tell him. Rio decides that he need more information about the kingdom current situation and how things become how they are now. Next day, before the wedding parade, Charles barging into Celia tent, seeing her in her silver bridal dress, he totally mesmerized and told her he can't wait for their first night, creeping the hell out of Celia's heart. He also brought with him his 6 wives, telling them to get to know each other and then leave. The moment he left, Tenazina, his first wife, start by declaring their hierarchy, putting her as the top as the first wife while Celia as the bottom as newcomer. Even when noble rank wise, Celia are the highest. She then start trying to pick on her before Christina come and forced the bunch out, saving Celia but definitely scoring her even more bad point in Tenazina eyes. Christina come to apologize to Celia, because it's the royal family fault and incompetence that Celia family end up in the current situation. She told Celia that if something happen in the future, if she need help, she can always come to her. The parade start. Celia are in an open carriage with Charles, surrounded by royal guard that Charles picked by himself. The whole spectators start praising Celia beauty and Arbor house, while Celia only putting an empty smile while listening to Charles rambling about their first night soon. Suddenly she heard a girl's voice ringing in her head, telling her to look at a certain direction, where she find Rio. Knowing Rio are watching her in her forced wedding parade beside Charles, Celia got into shock, confusion, shame, and so much sadness she broke into tears and keep crying, but Charles took it as amazing high-quality act, or she simply got really moved to marry him, and got even too full of himself, until the disturbance happened. Rio intrude the parade and start breaking into the file. Seeing it, Harless consider it as foolish thug and order the guard to dispose him, but Rio made a short work of every single of Charles' hand-picked elite guard and easily reached their carriage, grabbing and putting Celia on knife point while Charles got trampled under his boots. Rio made some BS nonsense to Charles that he had a personal vendetta to him and want to ruin his happy days, while actually conversing with Celia with telepathy, asking her what she really wish for. In the end, Celia asked him to take her away with him. Rio told Charles he decides to take his bride to humiliate him and his entire family, that running the entire wedding alone, and easily escape from the solder enclosement. Reaching the back alley, Rio pass Celia to Aishia and ask her to bring Celia outside the city while Rio will create a diversion. Taking advantage of Bertrand's back alley he grew up in, Rio easily led the pursuers on a wild goose chase, until he faced the Sword King Alfred Emal that supported with a lightning arrow sniping from the hero, Shijikura Rui. Though the soldier morale rose when they arrive, Rio quickly doused them down again by fighting evenly, even pressuring Alfred, forcing him to use big attack, and use the explosion as smokescreen to escape. Rio returned to the worried Celia like he just come back from a stroll, pick her up in Princess Carrie once more, a fly outside the kingdom.